And we're back. What's up, guys? As you guys know, a few months ago I made a video called trying out option trading for the first time. Since that video, what I've been doing is I've been option trading my portfolio, and I just want to give you guys an update on what's been going on because today is April 4th. Throughout the market, it has been seeing red days after red days throughout the whole month. With everything going on, this in the stock market is just bound to happen. And what I thought about doing is just giving you guys an update on my portfolio, what I've been doing with my options and what's been going on, how much money I've been doing, and my overall progress in this portfolio. Because like I said, this could either go up or could go down depending on my risk tolerance and my option trades. So I just want to show you guys the risk overall of option trading so you guys don't have to. So if you guys are really into these type of videos, hit that like button for the algorithm so I can make more updates on these videos. That being said, let me just open up the app, and as you guys can see, these are our results. We are currently at 7,900, and I know what you guys are gonna say. What the hell happened? How did you get to this position? As you guys know, these are actually my first few months option trading, so the way I was going with it was really risky. As you guys know, in the first few months throughout the first video, if you guys want to know what happened throughout the first few months, I'm gonna leave the link right here so you guys can see what I did throughout these first few months. Basically, what happened was from this point on, the market was in a bull moment, everything was booming, but overall I thought about taking a chance in one option in Tesla. So throughout that time, what was going on was Tesla was about to show their earnings. Everybody believed that Tesla was going to show good numbers, and even if it did not show good numbers, many thought Tesla was still going to have a bear moment overall. So that is the reason why I kept holding. So bought an option 1 week before earnings. Because I bought it close to in the money, option trade itself came out to be around 5k. This whole 5k was actually all the earnings that I made throughout this whole bull market. So I was waiting for the earnings to come out, and Tesla was just pulling back, and because of that, the option contracts went from valuating $5,000 to $1,000. That is where I came down all the way to this position, around $9,000. That was my first biggest option trade loss, and from this point on, I realized that things like this in the market is just bound to happen. I expected a pullback to happen throughout this whole time. All I thought about is just getting back to this position that we were before at 13k. What I've been doing is just been buying contracts like before. I was just buying a good bottom and just selling it when it hit a good top, and that's what I did from this point on to this point on, where I went from $8,800 to $10,000 in just a month. It took me a while to get back to 10,000, but from this point on, this is where everything changed. In the US, as I'm currently speaking, President himself thought about switching things around throughout his presidency with policies in imports and trade. Because of this is the reason why I went from this position from 10,000 to 8,300, because throughout this time period, all I've been doing is just been investing it in stocks where most likely to see a 10x or a 5x. I know you guys are gonna say, why would you invest in stock if this is just an option account? In my opinion, just because this is an option account doesn't mean stocks aren't really good in this type of scenario, because when you see the market coming down, when you invest in good performing stocks, you're most likely to see a good return just for investing in these stocks. So from this point on to this point on, I just started investing in companies where I'm most likely to see a 5x return or even a 100% return. So that is the reason why I invested in these three companies. Currently, right now, I have positions in JPQ, which is a monthly and high dividend stock. It gives great dividends, and even though we're seeing low numbers at the moment, dividends are still great in these type of scenarios. That is the reason why I've been buying these type of stocks. Also, I'm investing in Grab, which many are gonna say that it's a really bad company, but in my opinion, I see Grab as the next Uber, but in the Southern Asian side of the world. In just stocks, I have around $5,000 just in stocks itself. But that being said, cash is king, so I have not just been investing in stock. I was expecting a bearish moment. As the market falls down quickly in the side of technical analysis, there is also a part where as quick as it moves down, stocks tend to move back to its high position in just a short amount of time. And because of this idea, expecting that type of weak scenario to happen, I was just buying options of JPQ, options after options, just expecting for that week to have a great reversal. And I bought so many options that were valuating about $1,000, but the thing was, I was expecting for that reversal to hit at any moment, but the whole tariff movement and everything going on, I was just not seeing a return. We were not seeing that moment, and overall I just had to sell all my options at a loss, because at that point I just expected to lose all $1,000 of options, and that is the reason reason why I went from around $10,000 to $8,000. The market, as you guys know, is not what you expect majority of the time. So I came out pulling out with over $1,000 in loss, and from this point on I just did not want to think about the market. But I do not give up in this type of scenario. So the next scenario, what I thought about is, since the whole market is in a bearish moment, best option to do in this type of position is make money in put positions. And because of that, with all this money that I lost and everything else, I was thinking about taking serious risk tolerance. And as I expected, a reversal actually hit throughout last week, and because of this reversal hitting, it actually went from 8,100 to 8,800. And like I said, there will be a reversal. There's always a reversal. Even in a bear moment, there's always a small type of reversal. And throughout this period, I just actually sold a lot of my stocks, and I just took risk management, and I was sitting down in a lot of cash value. Even though I sold it in a loss, being cash heavy throughout this time period, I could still buy these stocks at a discount. So from this point on to this point on, what I've been just doing is just been holding cash. I've been option trading puts, and I've been just trading throughout the morning, because throughout the morning is where heavy positions are most likely to be seen throughout the market. Now, the only reason this is all coming down is because I am actually really stock heavy, so this is why this position came down. But overall, this is just my progress right now as we speak. So as you guys can see, I am still buying calls. I'm actually buying long-term calls because, number one, they're cheap. Number two, we're just bound to see bullish trends in the long term. On top of all that, I've just been buying cover puts. The reason why I'm buying cover puts is because I'm just trying to make a buck out of this whole scenario. Even though it might hit, such as SoFi hitting $8, if it doesn't at the end of the week, I'm honestly okay just getting $1 for that, because like I said, these stocks are actually great stocks in the long term. So that is the reason why I just been buying covered puts such as Fubo and SoFi. And like I said, JPQ, as you guys can see, I'm on one of these $50 puts, and now I'm getting almost around $100 in return. Also, another thing I've been doing is just been shorting AMD, because AMD, as you guys can see, is actually not showing great numbers. And throughout this whole period, I shorted from this position to this position, and the fact that I went from 9,000 to 7,000 and I'm just losing $1,400 right now is actually not even 20% of the whole portfolio. So right now, I'm not really taking this small little loss that big, because buying puts in the short term, we're just bound to see a great return. And overall, this is just what I've been going through. And I know this may seem harsh right now, but like I said, my goal for this portfolio is to hit it to 100K. Like I said, I'm not going to give up in this portfolio right now, because I just want to show you guys the reality of option trading if you don't take risk management. And risk management really was the key for this type of portfolio. So if you guys want to see my journey over the long term, remember to subscribe for more updates. Remember to hit that like button so I know you guys are into these type of videos. Overall, option trades are really risky. Option trades are really harsh, and the fact that we're seeing these type of numbers right now, even in a bear moment, I'm excited to do this, because in the market you can make money either when it goes up and when it goes down. So if you guys want to see my comeback, remember to subscribe and hit that like button. So that being said, I'll catch you guys another time. Remember to stay safe, do good, and we're out.